Hey, hi. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is doing really well today. It's the weekend. Happy Saturday. If you're new to me, my practice, welcome. My name's Josh, and today is going to be a 45-minute flow and go. So much shorter than the normal practice. And I kind of wanted just to do something. We don't always have the time. Maybe we do more now, actually, now that we're in our self-isolation, our quarantines, there's more time. But we don't always have time. And also sometimes we don't always have the will, the want, and that's okay as well, that's okay. Some days it really does feels too much. But you still want to get your practice in, you still want to feel like you've done something. This is for that. So we're going to take 45 minutes and just kind of whack it out, and then just a heads up now, but then there's a 15-minute break, and then if you'd like to, you could rejoin, and we'll do a really long 45-minute shavasana, kind of like a guided meditation, because I'm going to keep this one quite short for this, because it's just a short practice, and then you have the option then of really kind of indulging in a nice long shavasana after. This is a mixed level, no set props in mind. Particularly, let's go for it. We're going to start in Virasana on our knees. So have the tops of the feet just rooting down to the floor, and then let the hips sink back down towards the heels. Get rid of that excess skin there from underneath the hips, underneath the pelvis, and then let yourself settle back down. So you're quite broad through your sit bones, through the base there. Relax the tailbone down and then just extend up through the crown of the head. So even though this is just a short practice, we still start in the same way. You want to find this stillness, this place of stillness. Let the hands rest wherever is comfortable on the legs, palms down or palms up, maybe chin mudra. If it feels natural, index finger just resting underneath the thumb there, and then the remaining fingers left long. And let the arms just be heavy, the shoulders relax, and the eyes gently close. And we still take this time just to ground. Less time in a practice doesn't mean that we cut corners in any way, especially with things like this. So don't feel rushed. Let yourself become quite still. And then let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale to let it go. That's the first deep breath of your day probably so far. So let that go completely, and now let's go again. Make this one a bit deeper, make it count a bit more. Inhale right down to the bottom of the lungs. There's the expansion in the chest. Hold for a moment, and then take this exhalation quite long, and as you do, just soften, let go what you can. Release that tailbone down, weight into the legs. Now let's take a third deep breath in through the nose. You can enjoy this breath, fill yourself right full up with air. And then as you exhale, let go, just soften everything you can. Maybe notice the corners of the lips just turning up in a slight smile. It feels good. You can let go. Take this time for you. Now ground down here through your base. Just let the legs really weight down into the floor, and notice the shins. Notice the tops of the feet, the toes. Just those parts of the body that are in contact with the ground beneath you. Notice that pelvis lengthening down, the tailbone to soften and sink. And then just an extension through the spine all the way to the crown of the head. Let the face relax now. Note the tongue inside the mouth, the jaw, the eyes. Let the eye sockets be really relaxed. Now, just for a moment, see if you can rest your awareness on your breath. And if the mind is still wandering, is still racing, don't worry. Try to just acknowledge that, see the thoughts as they arrive. Otherwise, just noticing the rhythm of the breath right now. Is it shallow or deep? Sometimes just these small exercises in grounding and awareness can really be enough to create quite a big shift in your perspective. Sometimes you can actually feel it. Sometimes you can feel the gaze turn inwards, almost like arriving back in your body after some time away, and generally it feels really good. Let's bring our hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Just bring your chin gently down towards your fingertips so the back of the neck is nice and long here. And breathe in an intention for yourself today, something within this practice. Maybe just to remain soft throughout. Let go of the exhalation of the breath and the intention all in one go. Take another breath in, inhale. And then exhale, just let the hands release back down to the knees. Keep the eyes closed for now. On the next inhalation, engage Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor. Right down in the pelvis, there's a lift here. Squeeze as you inhale. And on the exhale, let's take it into our tabletop. Take the wrists directly underneath the shoulders, the knees in line with the wrists. On the next inhalation, we're going to drop the belly now. Take the shoulder blades down the back, look up. And then exhale, push into the hands, round the spine, tuck that tailbone underneath, look towards the navel, cat and cow, inhale. Taking a few rounds here in your own time. Exhaling to push to round the spine. Just a disclaimer, I've got something weird going with my right hamstring today, so I'm going to keep explaining as I go, but if I look like I'm doing something weird with my right leg, that'll be why. I'm just trying to, if I make any variations for myself. And please feel free to do that in your own practice at any time as well. If there's anything that's bothering you, anything that doesn't feel good in your body on one particular day, it's a movable feast every day. Listen to the body, much better to tailor your practice to you. So right now, you can feel free to take any of these movements that you like, just working into the hips and the back body, or just staying with your cat and cow. We'll take 2 more rounds of full breath. Inhale, and exhale, and 1 more. Inhale. Really articulating through the spine, warming it all up. Exhale. The inhalation, you're going to return to a neutral spine and then bring the big toes together to touch. The knees go wide. Exhale, sink it back, child's pose. Just let the hands reach out. We'll take 2 deep breaths here in child's pose. So inhale to fill up into the back body. Let the forehead go. Exhale, you soften. There's an extension here of the pelvis back towards the heels. And really through the entire practice, you're looking for that balance between the effort and the relaxation. It can be really quite hard to find. Inhale, come up into your tabletop. Exhale, the tuck of the toes, the legs are going back into a neutral parallel, and then we're taking the exhalation to down dog. Keep it loose for now, as loose as you need, so you can keep the heels nice and high. There's a bend in the knees. And then just drape the head. Let the head be really heavy. Give it a shake from side to side. As I say, keep it nice and loose. No need to force yourself into anything right now. Pushing down into the base of that index finger, you can broaden through the upper back. Let the shoulder blades come apart. Take another breath. Inhale. Now there's a commitment of the navel towards the spine. Uddiyana Bandha. And with this exhalation, the pelvis, engaged Mula Bandha, is going to reach up and back. The heels root down towards the mat behind you. Inhale. Bend the knees. Find a platform here to rest the belly and the chest on. So you can really keep the whole spine nice and long, and exhale, just root those heels back and down behind you. Now inhale, coming into a high plank, navel hugging in towards the spine. You stay really strong here. Weight forwards into the hands, the fingers are splayed evenly, and now exhale, release the knees, the chest, and then the chin down to the mat. Inhale to let's roll through. Stay low. Baby cobra, tops of the feet root down, extend through the crown of the head. Exhale to release. Do that again. Inhale, come up. Hands come off, hold it here. Now place the hands down and push into them to come up even more. Shoulders away from the ears and exhale to release. Inhale, you come through your tabletop, and exhale, take it to downward facing dog. And then looking towards the hands, we're going to step the feet to meet the hands, as many steps as you need. Keep them hip width apart for now, and as bent as you like, just to find this space, this opening, this relaxation through the hips, through the low back, through the spine. Shake the head, full breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Find length, a flat back. So you're reaching the pelvis back. Inside thighs are engaged towards each other. Navel hugging in, that's Uddiyana Bandha, navel towards spine. Shoulder blades on the back, hands as high up as the legs as you need. Exhale, standing forward fold. You float the hips as you drop the crown of the head. Extension all the way through the torso, through the spine. Now push into the floor. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Length through the spine. Look up, reach up. And then exhale, take a swan dive straight away. Hands come down through center. Long spine. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, standing forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, push into the floor. Root to rise. Come all the way up to stand. Look up, reach up. Exhale, flow. Come down once more. All the way. Inhale, halfway. Ardha. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up past Uttanasana. Exhale, hands through prayer. Samastiti. And then release down by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes together to touch. Let's set this mountain pose up really well. Find your good base. Knowing we don't have long, so we're going to hit the key points. Push down into the floor. Extend the toes. Maybe the arches lift as well. Engage everything in towards the midline. Your ankles, the legs, the knees, the inside thighs. So then you've got that rooting in, and then the kneecaps pulling up as well. Keep pushing down into the feet. Tuck the pelvis, extend through the spine and the crown of the head. Rolling the shoulders up, back and down. Open through the chest, wipe into the fingers. Close the eyes, gently tuck the chin. Pause here just for a moment. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take the side bend over to the left. Inhale to come through center. Keep pushing into the floor and everything hugging into the midline. Exhale, take it over to the right. The hips are going over to the left. Inhale to come through center. Just look up, lift the chest. Then exhale, take a swan dive. Long spine all the way down. Now inhale, you're bending into the left knee, extending the right leg long and opening up that right arm. Right leg extends, there's opening through the right IT band here, the outside of the leg. Another breath, inhale. And then exhale, release that hand down. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And now exhale, we're going to take it back through our flow. You can step back into high plank or jump back through chaturanga. Chaturanga is halfway or less. Elbows in. Inhale, you take a back bend. From chaturanga, up dog has the hips off the floor. And then exhale, float the hips. Backing up, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, take them over to the right. Push into the hands evenly. Send the pelvis back as you bend into the knees, opening through the left side body. Inhale, heels come high. Exhale, let them root down behind you. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, navel hugging in, and then place that right foot down between the hands. Drop the left knee down to the mat. Exhale. Inhale to stand up on that knee. Exhale, a reverse prayer as you bring your weight forwards on that knee, tucking the pelvis underneath. Inhale to come up. Exhale, the hands come down either side of that foot. Inhale to lengthen the spine here, drop the pelvis. Exhale, take it back to a three-legged dog. Lift the right leg back and up behind you. Navel hugging in. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend that knee and lift the knee up high so you're stacking the right hip on top of the left. The right leg stays really nice and heavy. Keep the head relaxed. Maybe circle the ankle one direction and then the other. Inhale, take that right leg up behind you, and then exhale, replace it down to the mat, downward dog. Inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, take them over to the left. Let the pelvis reach back as you push into the hands evenly, opening through the right side body. Inhale, the heels come up high. Exhale, take the heels down through center. Left leg rises on the inhalation. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, hug that navel in, place the left foot down between the hands. Drop the right knee down onto the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to refine that reverse prayer. Take the shoulders away from the ears, lengthening the triceps, tucking that tailbone underneath. Inhale to come up. Exhale, hands come down either side of that left leg. Inhale, the right leg is going to come to join your left, find a halfway lift. Exhale, standing fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, push into the floor, root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, the hands come to prayer. Inhale, reach. Release the index finger, we're extending out of the pelvis. Exhale, take the side bend over to the right. Hips are going to the left, keep pushing into the floor. Inhale to come up. And exhale, over to the left. Inhale, you come up through center, look up, open the chest. Exhale, take the swan dive all the way down. We're gonna open up the left arm now, bending into that right knee, straightening the left leg. So now you're working to the outside of your left leg, a bit like T-band. Take the breath here, lengthen the spine. And exhale to release that hand down. Inhale, a halfway lift. We're gonna take it back through our flow again. Exhale, you could step back through high plank or jump back through chaturanga. Options to come down on one long line, knees, chest and chin, or halfway. You find a back bend, inhale. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels up nice and high. Exhale, they go to the left. Root the pelvis back as you push into the hands. And then inhale, heels high through center. Exhale, take them back down behind you, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, the knee to the nose. Place the foot down between the hands. Right knee comes down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the back of the heart, reverse prayer. Inhale to come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, take that left leg back and up behind you. Exhale, bend the knee now and then stack that left knee on top of the right, opening up the hip. Let the left leg be really heavy, maybe take some circles with that left ankle. Full breath in, rooting back through the right leg and out. Inhale, the left leg comes up behind you and then exhale, place it down onto the mat. Inhale, heels high, exhale, take them over to the right. Pelvis reaches back, pushing into the hands. Inhale to come heels through center, nice and high. Exhale, they root down behind you. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, the knee to the nose, place that foot down between the hands, left knee drops. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, tuck the pelvis, touch the back of the heart. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, drop them down either side of this right leg. Left leg comes in, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, standing fold, drop the crown of the head. Inhale, push into the floor all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, the hands come to prayer. Tadasana. Close the eyes. Find stillness here. Root down through the feet once more. Feel the extension the whole way through the body. Remember your intention. And then allow the eyes to open. Take the arms up, inhale. Interlace the fingers, palms go up towards the sky. Now come up onto the balls of the feet. Root down, push down through the feet, through that big toe mound, and then grow from there. Navel hugging in, low ribs contained. Pelvis tucked underneath, you're in one long line. Keep the gaze really nice and still, the whole body strong. Inhale. Keep the length as you exhale the heels down to the mat and bring the hands to prayer here. Now find your right big toe, the big toe mound, the ball of that foot. Inhale, we're going to pick the left knee up, and then exhale, turn it out to the side. If you'd like to use your left hand to encourage the foot into tree, please feel free to do so. But otherwise, just place that left foot wherever feels comfortable. That could be down on the floor, it could be on the calf. Avoid the knee. Hold it here, gaze is steady. Navel hugging in, low ribs contained. Note the stillness, the calm mind, the full breath. On the next inhalation, pick that knee up, square it back off to parallel. Exhale, we're going to kick it all the way back into lunge. The slower you go, the harder that's going to be. The quicker you want to get there, please feel free to do so. As you kick through that foot, you're reaching through the crown of the head, keep bending that right knee, and then you step all the way back to that lunge. Inhale to just lift the arms here. Exhale to drop them down to the floor. Now we're coming into side plank, so you're going to take the left hand to the center of the mat, and you're turning to the outside of that left foot, Vashisthasana. Now you can lift that right leg up. Option to place it in front, on top, or keep it raised. Maybe even find a tree pose base. Whatever feels good for you here, keep everything one long line. Pelvis lifting, low ribs contained, reaching through the crown of the head. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale, hold it for one more. Inhale. And exhale, take that right hand down to the mat, squaring off. Inhale, length through the crown of the head. Exhale, slowly, one long line, coming all the way down. Let's find our cobra pose here. Inhale. And exhale to release. And now work the elbows underneath the shoulders. Same thing with the legs, top of the feet and the pelvis roots down. And now with this inhalation, you engage these elbows in towards the ribs, extend through the crown of the head, shoulder blades down the back. Maybe the knees are lifting off the floor as you're pushing through the pelvis and the feet so much. And then exhale to release back down. Inhale, you come through your tabletop, take the cross of the ankles, weight back into the hips so that you can bring the legs forwards and lift them up into boat pose. Navasana, bent knees, navel in towards the spine, extending through the crown of the head, hugging everything in towards that midline. Hold it here, inhale. And exhale. Note the relaxation through the face, the relaxation through the jaw, the tongue inside the mouth, the eyes. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale, release. Cross the ankles, bring the weight forwards into the hands, back into that tabletop, and exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up behind you. Exhale, bring the right knee to the nose, place that foot down between the hands. Inhale, raise the arms, come up into your crescent lunge. And exhale to warrior two. Open out to the left side of your mat. Extending all the way back to the outside of that left foot, bending into the right knee, taking the right knee out to the side, lengthen through the crown of the head, inhale, and exhale to sink a bit deeper. Inhale, reverse that warrior, take the right arm up, lengthen through the right side body, and now exhale into extended side angle on this side. Tucking that right pelvis underneath, whole left side body lengthen, shoulder blades away from the ears, navel hugging in. Deep breath, inhale, and exhale. We're going to take 3 breaths here, so 2 more. If you like to maybe play with bringing this right hand down to the inside of the foot, feel free to do so. 1 more breath, inhale. And then with the exhalation, bring the left hand down to the inside of the left foot, coming onto the back toes, so we're in a nice square base. Now on the inhalation here, we're going to take the left foot next to the right to stand up. Keep them hip width apart. You're in a halfway lift. And now exhale, standing forward fold to come down. Padangusthasana, you're wrapping the peace fingers around the big toes. Just as an option here, you could inhale then to lengthen. You're extending the whole back of the legs, and exhale, pull down with the fingers. Release the crown of the head, shoulder blades away from the ears and the elbows working out. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. The inhalation, you're finding length through the spine, and the exhalation, tilting the pelvis up, pulling down even more. Release the hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift now. Flat back, exhale, drop the crown of the head, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to stand, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands come to prayer. Bring the feet together here, big toes touch. Inhale, reach up. Take the weird interlace, the non-dominant grip, so the other pinky finger in front. Interlace the hands up towards the sky, shoulder blades down the back, come back up onto the balls of the feet. Hug everything in towards the midline, the navel, the inside thighs. Find that still gaze, find the full breath. Inhale. Keep the length, exhale as you come down. Now keep the hands coming through prayer, root down through the left leg, your left big toe mound, and then engage the right leg up. Now you can turn that foot out, and maybe use the right hand if you like to find tree on this side, wherever you feel comfortable with the right foot on the inside of that leg. Keep it strong, the right foot pushing into the left leg, and the left leg pushing back. Navel hugging in, we're going to find stillness here. Relaxation through the face. Notice all the tiny little micro wobbles or the adjustments your foot is making beneath you. Stand tall. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to lift up that right knee. Take it to parallel. Now the same thing, this is as hard as you make it. You're going to step back into lunge, but you can take your time. Kick it back. The slower you go, the harder it's going to be. Keep kicking that right heel. The pelvis stays square here. Left sole of the foot pushing down into the floor. You step all the way back into that lunge. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, bring them down now, either side of that right foot. The right hand's going to come to the center of the mat. We're coming into Vashisthasana on this side. You turn to the outside of the right foot, and then again, engage the right side body, lift the left leg up. Now again, your option here is to where you place that left leg. We're going to take 2 deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Really tuck this pelvis underneath, so you've got this whole length. Low ribs contained. One more breath. Inhale. And with the exhalation, you're rooting down with the left hand, squaring off into this high plank. Weight forwards into the hands. Exhale to come all the way down, one long line. Interlace the hands at the low back. Extend the tops of the feet down to the floor. Inhale, reach back with the hands, the chest lifts. And then exhale, lift the legs as well. Extend the toes back. Work the inside thighs towards each other, just the pelvis roots. Inhale, come up. And exhale to release. Let go of the head. Make a pillow with the hands. And let yourself rest here. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Take the hands to the low back once more. Change the interlace, the non-dominant grip. The inhalation, you reach the arms back, lift the chest, and exhalation once again, lift the legs. Inside thighs towards each other, lengthening all the way back through the feet, the arms, and exhale to release. Swap the pillow with your hands and release the head once more. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale through that tabletop, cross the ankles. Exhale, weight back into the hips so that you can extend the legs forwards, come up into boat pose, Navasana. You can have bent knees here just like before, extend through the crown of the head, lift the chest, engage the inside thighs towards each other, navel hugging in. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale to release the cross of the ankles down to the mat, weight forwards into the hands. Tabletop, inhale, down dog, exhale. Inhale, the left leg comes up behind you. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Place that foot down between the hands. Inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. Lift the arms. And then exhale, open to warrior two on this side. Squaring off to the right side of your mat. Now that front heel should be exactly through the middle of the arch of the back foot. And you're strong to the outside of that back foot. You bend into the left knee, but as you bend, you engage, you squeeze Mula Bandha up, Uddiyana Bandha in, contain the low ribs. Full breath, inhale. And exhale. On the next inhalation, reverse the warrior. Left hand reaches up, opening through the left side body, come into extended side angle. Exhale, drop the pelvis. Let that whole right side body extend. Enjoy it. Open up, take up space. Reach as far as you can to the fingers. And then play with maybe bringing this left hand down to the inside of the foot if you feel comfortable to. Full breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And with the exhalation, drop the right hand down, turn onto the back toes of this right leg. We're going to step the right leg in next to the left, keep them hip width apart. On the inhalation, there's a halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to come down. Your second option is Padahastasana. Backs of the hands to the floor, toes in towards the wrists. Now you can take Padangustasana like we did before, or if neither of those are available to you, please feel free to keep rooting down in a active forward fold. Really extending the crown of the head down and just bringing the arms wherever you can. Down the legs. And one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Push into the floor. Inhale. We're going to come all the way up. Extend through the crown of the head. And exhale. Release the hands down through prayer. Turn the toes out, the heels in. Inhale. Reach up once more. And then exhale. Take it down into your squat. Release the pelvis, just let the elbows come to the insides of the knees. And work the knees out. You can let the arms really work the elbows outwards. Find extra space in the hips. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, let's step back into a high plank. And hold it here. Exhale. Inhale, weight forwards into the hands. And now exhale, float the hips straight back, downward dog. Now inhale to lift the heels high, exhale come down onto the knees, cross the ankles and sit back. Take the legs out long in front. Flex the feet, inhale, reach up. And then exhale, coming into seated forward fold. So Paschimottanasana, take the pelvis back behind you, reach the heart forwards. Inhale, there's your length, and exhale, you're really sending the pelvis back, lengthening through the spine. Inhale and exhale. So this is one of those where I'm feeling it in my right hamstring today because I've got this bent knee on my right side. Feel free to, don't force yourself into this shape. So again, don't worry about where the hands are if you're not touching the feet. We're really looking for more of the length of the spine. For a lot of people, you'll probably feel that like here. And it's always much sooner than people think. Take one more breath, inhale. And then take the cross of the ankles, exhale. Weight forwards into the hands, inhale. Take it back to down dog, exhale. We're going to lift the right leg up, inhale. And then coming into our pigeon pose on this side. The knee comes behind the wrist. The shin drapes across the mat wherever's comfortable. Left leg goes back. The right hip rooting down to the mat. You square off, right hip back, left hip forwards. If this right hip isn't down on the mat, place something like a pillow underneath it, just for support. Inhale, you lift the chest, drop the pelvis, and then come down. So you're working into the hip extensor here on the right side, the glute. Full breaths, inhale. And exhale, really letting yourself soften and expand and spread with the exhalation. Deep breaths. And exhale. We're going to take one more here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale to walk the hands in. Sit the chest up nice and proud. And then bring that left leg all the way round. We bring the soles of the feet together, coming into Baddha Konasana. Groin comes towards the heels. Heels come towards the groin. Let the knees relax down, the legs be heavy, relax the groin, inhale. Extend up through the crown of the head, the elbows could be on the insides of the legs, and then exhale, root down through the pelvis and come forwards. Shoulders away from the ears, inhale. Keep shining the light from the heart, keep shining that forwards, opening up through the chest, keep it broad, exhale, coming down. One more breath here, inhale. And exhale. Rolling the spine up on the inhalation. Take the cross of the ankles, weight forwards into your tabletop again, and then back to downward facing dog. Exhale. We lift the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, bring that knee behind the wrist. Pigeon on this side. Let the shin drape across the mat. Right leg goes back, that left hip drops down to the mat. You're squaring off. Inhale, stand proud, stand up nice and tall. And then exhale to come down. The left hip dropped and working back, the right hip forwards so that you're staying square to the front as much as possible. Deep breaths, inhale. And exhale, extending the chest down on that exhalation. Inhale. And exhale. With the exhalation, just try to soften wherever you can. Note through the body where there is tension that you could release. And give yourself permission to do that, to release there. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. From here, just walking the hands back in on the inhalation, sit up the chest nice and proud. Bring that right leg all the way around to the front. And then we find the same base, Baddha Konasana, but this time wide. So a nice wide diamond shape, and you can let yourself be really heavy here. So the hands come underneath the ankles to the tops of the feet. Let the knees go. Inhale, you lengthen. So there's still the rooting, the commitment of the pelvis to the floor. But exhale, that's where you extend from through the crown of the head, shoulders away from the ears, down the back. To soften all the way. Breathe. One more deep breath here. And exhale. Unraveling the hands, take the soles of the feet to the floor, work the knees in towards each other. Just inhale to lift the arms, and we're going to come down really slow. Exhale, navel hugs in towards the spine. Release the shoulder blades down to the mat. And then from here, just give yourself a big hug. Squeeze the knees in towards the chest. Drop the pelvis down. The shoulder blades down. Inhale, full breath. And exhale. Take your hands out to a T position, palms face down. Let the shins be parallel to the ceiling. Take a breath in, inhale. And then with the exhalation, just let the knees fall to the left side, root down through your right shoulder blade. Let that spine be extended. And then let go of the legs. Breathe deeply into the right side body, into the right hip extensor, the glute. Maybe look off to the right side. Definitely give yourself full permission to let go. Hug that navel in towards the spine. Come up through center. Breath in. The breath out carries the legs off to the right, the left shoulder blade rooting, spine long. And the same thing, once you get there, just let go. Full breath. Let the exhalation soften you wherever possible. Full breath in and out. Navel hugging in towards the spine. Just let the legs come back up through center, squeeze them towards each other, inside thighs together, and then give yourself another hug. Exhale. From here, you can take a happy baby, the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, just holding on to the outside of the feet through the insides of the knees. And then pushing up with the feet, but pulling down with the hands. Just let your hips soften. Maybe rock from side to side. If there's any extra movement you're craving, if you'd like to make this a complete practice for you, definitely take it. Feel free, listen to the body. Otherwise, in your own time, in your own way, you can make your way to Shavasana. That's your final pose. The legs are long and wide apart. The arms are away from the body, palms face up. And feel free to take your time to set yourself up here really comfortable. You want to be able to fully relax. Now just a note, as we come into this Shavasana, I usually like to do a really long Shavasana, but as I mentioned at the beginning of the practice, I'm going to save it for an extra long one today. So up to you how you want to take this. If you want to take the Shavasana now, a short one, and sit in it for as long as you like, feel free to do so. Come back and join me for a longer one soon, 11 o'clock. Up to you. For now, I'll guide you through a short relaxation. As the arms come away from the body and the palms face up. We're going to take 3 deep breaths, but the exhalations here are going to be through open mouths with a sigh, breathing in through the nose. You can make it quite audible, quite loud, make it count. Exhale out any remaining air now, and then inhale a deep breath in through the nose. Filling right up to the bottom of the lungs, and then open the mouth and exhale, sigh. Let it go. Let's do that again. Inhale. Full breath in, really extended exhalation to fill right up, and now open the mouth and exhale, sigh. Last breath. Inhale. Full breath in. Open the mouth and exhale, sigh. Let go of the breath now. And let it just return to its own easy pace. Just take a moment here to notice the weight of the body, to fully give yourself permission to release everything you have down into the floor. To soften through the eyebrows, finding space there between the eyes. Cheekbones relax, the nostrils, relax the lips, the tongue inside the mouth. jaw. Please feel free to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you can, for as long as you like. The session will end now, and in 15 minutes I'll be back for another 45-minute guided meditation, which will include a reclined, lying down body relaxation, breath awareness. If I don't see you then, I'll be back tomorrow for more classes. This practice will be available on Instagram and Facebook for 24 hours after.